The beauty of physical evidence is that it tells a story. We look at the firearm, we look at the blood, there were cartridges left behind, projectiles were found within the toilet. Physical evidence cannot lie.
The Oscar Pistorius trial resumed today after a week's break because of the illness of one of the assessors. Today was the defence's turn to put its version of those facts. It plans to do that by calling about 15 witnesses. Evidence-in-chief began with the testimony of pathologist Dr. Jan Botha, who contradicted the version of the state.
Two things in Captain Mangena's evidence. Let's start with the shot to the arm, and if you can explain that.
My lady, had she been sitting on the magazine rack, I think firstly she would have been too high, and secondly I would have expected blood spatters on the tiles above the magazine rack.
If you look at the secondary wounds to the arm, which have been able to lift her right arm in order to protect herself?
Certainly not, my lady. The effect of the shot to the arm was almost akin to that of a traumatic amputation.
Then it was Gerinel's turn to demonstrate that robust questioning was not unique to Barry Roo.
If you talk about sequence of shots, there's the door. We have it marked A, B, C, and D. Have you worked out which one hit her in the hip?
No.
But Professor, really, if you want to tell the court, give the court your expert opinion on the sequence of wounds, why do you leave out the most important piece of the
Because, my lady, it's obvious I'm not a ballistician. I'm a pathologist. I base my opinion on the wound ballistics.
See, the most interesting thing is when you started your answer. You said the hip wound was the lowest, the arm wound was in between, and the head wound was the highest. That if she's in an anatomical position.
That is correct.
Yeah, but not in that toilet. You can't say that in the toilet, can you?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
First.
Then shortly after midday, the moment everyone had been waiting for.
My lady, if I may just please start off with my evidence by tendering an apology to Mrs. and Mr. Steenkamp. Family and
Mr. Pistorius?
friends, man.
Yes, I don't like doing this to you, but I can hardly hear you.
I beg your pardon, my lady, I'll speak up. I'd like to apologise and say that there's not a moment, and there hasn't been a moment since this tragedy happened that I haven't thought about your family.
Mr. Pistorius, are you on medication?
Yes, my lady, I've been on medication since last year, about the 3rd week of February. I was put on an antidepressive called Supramil.
Do you have a difficulty in sleeping?
I do, my lady. I have terrible nightmares about things that happen at night where I wake up and I smell blood and I wake up to being terrified.
Getting into a cupboard, can you tell the court about that?
I can't remember if it was towards the end of last year or the beginning of this year. I woke up and I was terrified, and I for some reason couldn't calm myself down, so I climbed into the cupboard and I phoned my sister to come and sit by me for a while, which she did.
His days of handling firearms, it seems, are over.
Night, I don't obviously ever want to handle a firearm again or be around firearm.
He spoke of his feelings for Reva.
My relationship with Reva, I was kind of taken aback by her and just bowled over by how much I fell for her. So I thought about buying a house in Joburg, and I had been for some time.
Barry Roo got his client to paint a picture of a family man and a man who was deeply religious.
And then when I met Reva, I think it was just a blessing. I've always wanted to have a partner that was a Christian. She would pray for me at night, would pray about everything. It definitely is. God's the thing that's got me through this last year. There have been times that I've just been struggling a lot.
And so ended the first day of the defense's case, and one in which no time was wasted in getting Oscar Pistorius onto the witness stand, and is likely to be there for many days to come.